Hi, this video is about how to do a purchasing in DineConnect. Before we jump into it, how we can do it, let's understand what are the different flow of purchases available in DineConnect. Usually in any organization, purchases could be in three flow. Let me explain in a very short presentation. There could be a first flow, either you'll be raising an invoice, you'll be creating an invoice, it will be approved by your managers, and once it's been approved, it'll send to a supplier. Supplier will send a goods to a place, the assigned place, and there will be an invoice will be given by a supplier. This is a very standard flow which will follow. The second one is without PO. There will be no approval at all, but continuously there will be receiving happening at the locations. And finally, a supplier will give you an invoice for all the receivables, whatever the receipts he has given, he will give an invoice for the whole thing. The third one, a supplier comes to an outlet or an organization with an invoice. So you will create a direct invoices. Let's see how we can achieve the whole flow, the three different flow of purchases in DineConnect. Let me jump into it. So I have configured in DineConnect, we have exactly a 6 location. Out of 6 location, I have enabled only for HQ purchases. The other location called Indo Chile, Jamie's Califas, there's no purchases allowed. I already selected HQ here. So HQ is already selected here. Let me directly go into a purchases. House, transaction, purchases. Let me get into an ordering. So ordering flow is like this. This is what the purchase order is going to create. So here is the dashboard, the complete dashboard, where you can see that all type of statuses. The purchases which is pending, it's been approved, declined, or yet to be received, all your statuses can be seen. There is a filter, you can go across a supplier, or you can go across a date, or you can see for a particular material, is there any purchase order has been created. Let me straightly jump into creating a purchase order. Click purchase order, it moves into it. So you can see that by default, it chooses a shipping location as HQ. Here is a supplier. The moment I choose a supplier, all the material will be loaded. And we have a setting wherein you can specifically mention this set of material can be purchased only from those supplier. We can do that. Or you can have an open thing, like you can buy a material from different supplier as well. There is a code reference, which is supplier has been already given. You can say that what date and what delivery date has to be there. I can give the date also, delivery date also. Let me add some material, all purpose floor I'm adding it on. Quantity 12, and I can change the cost also. This is a purchase cost I'm doing it. Let me take the default cost. And I'll come back to this part a little later. I'm adding few more material, garlic powder, pen code. So all your taxes will automatically coming in because you can configure that what all the material you will have a taxes with the supplier. And if you see here, there is on hand and on order. On hand is the one which currently you have it in stock. At any moment, you can click it on and see that is there any previous price list available for this particular product. And there is on order. On order is nothing but a particular item which has been already ordered, which is not received. You can see that in screen while you're ordering itself. Let me click it on. Let me go for a save. I'll come back to what is a template here. So I save this purchase order. Now it's been sent to an approval, automatically sent to an approval through an email to an approval, a set of approval. I can open it up. Since I have the ability to approve it, I'm just opening it on approval. All data will be here. Moment I click approve, so purchase order has been created. You can directly send an email or directly to an email, or can print it also. As well as you have options through SMS as well. Let me click it on print. So it will beautifully give you a PDF. Let me change the printer here. Okay, here we go. So you can download this one as a PDF. You can save it, or you can print it at any moment from here. So this is a purchase order has been created and purchase order has been approved. This is exactly a first flow which we are discussing about it. Now I created it. It's been approved. Second one, it has to be received. And while receiving, you can do a partial receiving also. Let me do a full receiving. Let me go with one complete flow. Then we'll see what are the variables we have. Click it on go into receiving. Click receipts. Create receipts. I'm choosing a supplier. The moment I do that, all the purchase order will automatically get loaded. I done. Press it on. And I can give a reference number, whatever he has given. Click save and close. So we have a 10 and 12 quantity which has been created, which has been received. Moment I done receiving, I can see my materials, I can see my stock. It's already gone, I mean, already come into an Outlook. Okay. Next one, you can see that there's a reference called invoice created, which means a supplier invoice, whether it's been created or not, will be given an indication. And you can see that this particular HQ already have a received 12 and 10 quantity. Now you can go into it directly for an invoicing. Click on invoicing, create invoice, choose a supplier, and give the invoice number. You can see all the receipts here for this particular supplier between these dates, all the receipts. You can search it, it automatically gets loaded. Now the tricky part is here. Once I done that, it is not allowing me to save it. Not allowing me to save it. It easily says like it's mismatch between an actual and total invoice amount. Usually in an organization, what happens is people will just pull out the receipts and just save the invoices without even checking the line items. So we purposefully have given this line item, this check, wherein to check your actual invoice with the computer total. So you have to literally match your computer total with the actual invoice. So for the sake of this demo, I'm just adding it 543.56 and clicking it save. Once I done that, invoice has been saved. Now, of course, you can print out the invoices as well. The entire invoices, supply invoices can be printed. The whole flow, the first flow is already done. Now let's go into a little variations, what all we can do with the purchase order. I mean, the first flow in the purchase order. Let me click on purchase order. I'm pulling out a supplier and you can see that last purchase order, there's a template called large purchase order. A template is nothing but where you can do your daily operations. I mean, for example, like you usually supply or usually request from your supplier every month the same set of item. You can keep that as a template, or you do as to your supplier every week same set of item. You keep that as a template. Moment you do that, it automatically gets loaded. Let me see. Let me show you like how we can save as a template. Just choosing it on here. I'm putting a quotation reference. I'm adding a material. Moment I add a material, you can see that this is already on hand 12. Okay. I'm putting a 12 quantity. I'm buying it on. My last cost is automatically comes in. I'll put an increment of a cost. Okay. Moment I done that, it automatically pops up without doing anything. It automatically tells you, okay, this particular item we already bought it from Shenxiang, the 12 quantity of this price. So it gives an immediate indication to you, we already got a lesser price than the specified price what you are given. So it is very important. A system is actually like proactive and telling you a complete results to you. I'm adding few more items. Garlic powder. This time I'm putting a lesser price. Again, it will tell you like what is the value inside. If it's the same price, it will not tell you. If it is a lesser price, it can tell you. And pepper, 3. I'm adding it on. I'm saving as a template. So I'm saying like this is a daily purchases. This is my daily purchases. You can save it as a global template, which means it can be used across all the locations. People can pull out from all the locations. In one button, you can save and approve as well. The moment you're done that, you will be able to send an email. In the sense the purchase order will be automatically get it approved. I'm clicking on approve. Done. Then I'm going to purchase order. I want to show you like how you can load a template. Then we secondly jump into a second set of a purchase flow. Click on purchase order. Here, all your template is here, daily template, loading it on. It automatically comes up. Okay, this is very important. You can see that there is something like an on order. So we already have on hand 12 and 10. On order, which is in the previous purchase order, we already created. So it will tell you, you already have some purchase order which has been already created, not yet been received. This is the complete indication of that. Let me get into a second flow. We do a couple of receiving it and we create an invoice for the whole receipt. This is exactly a second flow of our purchase. Let's get into that, create receipt. So supplier comes in. Let's choose fair price. I'm having a reference. I'm receiving a garlic 2, 12, and salt again 12, again butter 12. I've done that. This is my receipt. I'm doing my second receipt. Some same fair price I'm doing it. There's no purchase order here. I'll have only a receipt. Salt, I done 1 kg, and cheese 12. I done that. We keep receiving these into a HQ or a location. Now supplier comes to you and give you an invoice for what all you received it. Let's go into a purchase invoice. Create invoice, choose a supplier and invoice number. You can see that last 7 days, what all the receipts he have it. Oh, I have two receipts. So he's giving all for all two receipts, he's giving one invoice. Choosing it on, adding it up, choosing it on, adding it up, it automatically adds up. You don't need to do anything at all. You're done with it. Actual invoice total, how much is it? You can check it. Okay, I have a difference total, 08.52. Saving it on, your invoice is done. So this is the second flow of our invoice. The third flow, which is an interesting flow, you're directly creating an invoice. Very simple. Go into invoicing, click on create direct invoice. It automatically opens up. You choose which supplier is it, what is the invoice item, what material is it. You can see the quantity and keep adding it. And of course, again, you have to check it. It's a standard flow. If both are same, it gets saved. Finish. So this is exactly a three flow which we follow in DineConnect. Thank you for watching. We'll see a next video how to do a transfers between the locations.